Hello guys and welcome to a new WetalkUAV video. Today we're here with the brand new SMOVE Mobile 2018 and we want to answer the question whether this gimbal is good enough to play against the DJI Osmo Mobile 2 and the SMOVE Q. Let's review this. Let's go inside. Well, hello guys and welcome to a new video. This is Alex Assenmacher and yes, this is the new SMOVE Mobile 2018 version. And if you remember, like a month ago we did a comparison video between this gimbal and the DJI Osmo Mobile 2 and the SMOVE Q, and it was pretty interesting, so you better check that out. But here today we're going to do the in-depth review. And now the question is, for that price, is it really gonna be fighting with DJI and Xinion? Well, let's take a closer look. Oh, please subscribe to the channel. Well, let's talk a little bit about the specs of this SMOVE Mobile. It has a battery that lasts up to 10 hours and it's one of the lightest gimbals out in the market. It has only 428 grams. It only weighs 428 grams, which makes it a little bit lighter than its competitor. But one of the greatest features and the reason why we actually love this gimbal is this. Yes, this is a selfie stick. And the greatest thing here is that you can, of course, when you're vlogging and you're filming yourself with the front camera of your phone, you get a much more wide angle, which allows that you can see what's surrounding me much better. And you know, it's kind of great and it gives you another angle, another view angle and another position for your phone. You can also do like more crane shots like this, and you know, it just gives you a whole new world of possibilities for shooting with your phone. Now let's take a look at some footage, but of course it's a great gimbal, 3-axis gimbal. You can go anywhere with this. Let's take a look and get some footage. And this, of course, is how you would be vlogging with the front camera with a normal gimbal. But as I've told you, just take a look at this, which allows me to have a much more wider angle. And look at this. This shot is just great. It looks awesome. It's a new world for vlogging. Nice distance here. And of course, look at Chibo. Chibo! You can see Chibo. I'm sure with a normal gimbal you wouldn't be able to see Chibo. So this is the crane shot and just take a look at what you can do. Oh, great. Look at this. You wouldn't be able to do this with a regular gimbal, so this is so great. It's such a great feature. Oh, and before we keep doing this review, please leave the thumbs for our work. We really appreciate when you do that and it makes us keep working on this amazing job we have. So remember to leave the thumb. Now let's talk a little bit about all the buttons and the functions. And first of all, I want to highlight it has a trigger. thank you, because I am this kind of person that loves the triggers, and the DJI Osmo Mobile 2 and the Smooth Q come without a trigger, and I just love the trigger. This makes that the buttons at the front part have other functions and not the holding, because if I hold the trigger, you can see what happens to the phone, right? It fixes one position and then you can move up, down, right or left, and it will fix the phone. Again, going to the front part, mention this wide and the zoom button that you can actually with your thumb go in deeper or further or just come closer. And of course the button for turning on the gimbal, which is also the function button, and every single time you press it, I mean you can press it once and it will turn on the gimbal, for example. You can press it twice, you'll go into some other functions like getting into the front camera, some other functions for example the motion time lapse. For entering this manual motion lapse you have to press 4 times the function button. That beep means that you are inside this manual mode. So once you're inside, you can set up here manually the initial position, let's say for example here and here, and click once. This will be the starting position, and now you can move all the way, whatever you want to do. This will be the finish position, and I just have to click it once again. And now we can start filming, and you'll see that it will do the whole thing that it remembers. Just to highlight that this was of course the shortest version, and you can put it up to 1 hour or even further. The joystick is also pretty okay, it's nice, it fits good into the thumb, I can move it pretty cool, and of course the button for taking a picture or starting to film. Also, one of the great things of this gimbal is, as you can see here, this port is for charging your phone while you're actually filming, which means that it's a power bank that all these gimbals have now. But the great thing about this one, it is right next to your phone, which will make that you can use a short cable from this power bank to your phone. And this is great because with the other gimbals you just had a lot of cables going somewhere around and they were just interfering with your great work. But here also Smooth sends you a very short cable, which is pretty great, and this is a good feature. Also very great is that this gimbal comes without any kind of knob, which is also great. And for example, this part you can here turn it from portrait mode to normal mode without having to use any type of knob, and the system is pretty solid, so it fixes your phone pretty good. Also, of course, here you just have to pull this to adjusting this for the size of your phone. Also, it is great to mention how this feels in my hand, and Smooth has done here a great job because the new gimbals don't come with this kind of rubber foam that is very comfortable in your hand. I know that this may be due to some expenses they don't want to include, but this really makes a much more comfortable way to hold this. And of course, the shape of this gimbal adjusts pretty good to a great and big hand like mine. I mean, I have big hands, but if you have small hands, you're probably gonna enjoy this too. Well, this is actually how the app looks inside, and just on the top left corner, when you press the function button, you can enter different modes. As you can see here that it changes in order to setting up a fixed point or just doing only panning or only tilting. Nothing really else important right here. A few filters here that you may be using if you like. Of course, if you go to the interesting part, we can go to the camera settings and change photo and video settings, time-lapse. But the real interesting thing, and one of the greatest things, right here at gimbal settings, you go into motor dynamics, and as you can see here, you can change the speed of panning, rolling and tilting and adjust it to whether you like it faster or slower, which is really great. And some gimbals like the DJI gimbal does not allow you to do this, so this is really something worth having a look to. And of course, if you're right here, you can switch to panorama, and you can do the motion panoramas, which are pretty interesting. Oh, and also one great thing that I almost forgot to mention, just take a look at my hand. If I do like this, I can switch it for left-handed people, which is pretty amazing. You don't really have to do anything, and it will adjust perfectly to your needs. On the other hand, what it does not allow you is to go 360. At some point it will start, it will stop, in this case, moving, which is okay. So for finishing this video and giving our personal opinion on this product, well, it may be one of the most expensive gimbals out there, but it definitely has a few features that you may be taking a look at. And for example, I'm really in love with the selfie stick for vlogging, which I don't really vlog, but if you're a vlogger, this would be very, very interesting. And it has really a bunch of features that you've seen on this video. The app is good too, and overall it's a pretty good and solid gimbal. So definitely paying those extra bucks may be worth if you like this kind of thing. So we're pretty happy with this gimbal, and we're for sure going to be using this in the next months, and it's really a great competitor against the gimbals that you have already in the market. Well guys, thanks a lot for watching this video. For us it's a pleasure to review these amazing gadgets, and we really hope that all your questions were answered. If you have any further questions, just leave them in the comments. We kindly answer them, and nothing really else to say. Always to remember to keep calm and talk UAV.